cracked low beneath the darkening sky as the old skald pulled his cloak tighter around his shoulders. Beyond the circle of flame, the world groaned with distant thunder, though no storm clouds moved above. He stared into the embers before speaking. "Children of the last age," he said, "you have heard the old tales of Ragnarök, of wolves swallowing suns and serpents poisoning seas. But the old gods never said the ending would come with swords alone." He pointed toward the horizon, where the night glowed faintly red. "They told us in symbols." The listeners leaned in closer. "The Thimble winter came first in the ancient stories. 3 terrible winters with no summer between. But in our age, the seasons themselves became broken. Winters too warm, summers that burned forests to ash, storms that drowned kingdoms, the balance cracked. The great serpent no longer rose from the sea as a beast of flesh, but as poisoned oceans, choking on oil and plastic. The serpent's venom spread through rivers and skies alike. The wind howled through the trees. And the wolf," the old man whispered, "he was not merely a monster. He was hunger without end, greed without chains, the devouring beast mankind fed every day until it grew large enough to swallow the sun itself." A child near the fire looked upward instinctively. "The old story said the skies would darken, and they did. Smoke-covered cities, ice melted into black waters, crops failed, nations fought over what little remained." Skull's voice lowered. "And still the people laughed, and laughed reckless, saying, 'Tomorrow will save us. Someone will fix it. The gods will not let the world die.'" He shook his head slowly. "But even the gods cannot escape fate." The fire spat sparks into the cold air. "They shall sound the gull horn to warn the worlds. Perhaps they already have. Perhaps every scientist ignored, every burning forest, every flooded village was the horn echoing across Midgard." Silence settled over the gathering. "And where were the gods?" someone finally asked. The old man smiled sadly. "Oh, they were here. In every soul that planted trees, knowing they would never sit beneath them. In every voice that spoke truth while kings mocked them. In every person who stood against the fire, though they knew they might lose. That," he said, "is the way of not victory without struggle, but courage despite doom. The flames flickered low now. But hear this, children of Midgard, the old prophecy never ended with darkness. He pointed towards the first hint of dawn, appearing beyond the hills. After Ragnarök, the earth rises anew from the sea, green again, living again. The surviving gods return. Humanity begins once more. He leaned forward, eyes reflecting the firelight like ancient stars. Perhaps the prophecy was never warning us that the world will end. Perhaps it was asking whether we deserve the next one.